He has been a strong Hillary Clinton supporter, and he joins us live. Good morning to you, Governor.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Doing fine, thank you very much. What did you think about Ted Strickland the other day saying to the suggestion that he might become Barack Obama's #2? He goes, absolutely not. I don't want the job. Now, he had been a big supporter of Hillary in the past, as you have.
Well, I actually believe Ted. He's a new governor, and I think he's got a lot he wants to do in Ohio. But I think we should make a rule. The first person who says they actually want to be vice president should get the nomination. There's no question about that.
All right, Governor, you want the nomination?
Well, I'm like Ted. I don't particularly want it because I've been my own boss since I was 32. I got elected district attorney of Philadelphia. And the 1 year that I served somebody else in 2000 when I was the DNC chair and really served the Al Gore campaign, I found I was a pretty lousy #2. I don't stay on message very well. And I'd rather finish out my 3 years here as governor. That doesn't mean vice president isn't important. It is. I would love to see an Obama-Clinton ticket. If not, I'd love to see Obama and Joe Biden, who's our leading Democrat on foreign affairs and terrorism. There are plenty of good candidates out there, and I'm going to do everything I can for Senator Obama to carry Pennsylvania without being on the ticket. That's not necessary. I'll work my heart out for him.
Well, you know, Obama needs the big states like Ohio, which went to Hillary, and Pennsylvania, which went to Hillary as well, because he's not having, in the past, he has not had a lot of luck with those big swing states.
Well, he has a slight lead in the polls right now here in Pennsylvania, but it's obviously very, very early. And I think the more people get to know Senator Obama and get to know what he stands for, I think the more comfort level they'll have. I think it's all about getting Democrats, particularly working-class Reagan Democrats, comfortable with Senator Obama's economic programs. And when times are tough economically, people tend to focus on it. How are these guys going to affect my budget? Not the federal budget, but my budget. And I think if they listen to Senator Obama, and I believe they will, I think he's going to carry the day here.
All right. Now, you are live from the... Are you in the governor's mansion or the governor's residence?
Well, we have a rule in Harrisburg. When the Democrats are in power, it's the governor's residence. When the Republicans are in power, it's the governor's mansion.
All right.
So I'm at the governor's residence. I'm at the governor's residence.
More from the governor's crib in just a moment. More with Ed Rendell.
We're back with Pennsylvania Governor Ed Rendell, who's in the governor's residence in Harrisburg. Governor, the last time you and I spoke was on Brian and the Judge Radio. It was about 10 days ago. You were a fierce, articulate, compelling defender of Hillary Clinton, maybe the best she had. How do you switch to Barack Obama?
Well, it's actually not that difficult because what we focus on is the issues that Senator Clinton fought for. And if you go to the website back in the primaries and look at the issue positions of the Obama campaign and the Clinton campaign, they're very much similar, and they do the same things for America. And I believe Senator Obama has the strength, if he becomes president, to effectuate those issues. So that's what we focus on. Look, I thought Senator Clinton would be a great leader. After her speech last Saturday, I'm even more convinced. So there's always a touch of sadness. But I think Senator Obama has the potential to change this country, to bring about health care, to give us a fair working economy, to look to the future and energy and things like that. So we focus on the issues. And Senator Clinton in her speech really laid out a roadmap for not just me and elected officials, but for her supporters, the people who voted for her. Think about the issues. And if you think about the issues, the choice is Barack Obama. And I can say that with enthusiasm. I never was negative Barack Obama. I was just extremely positive Hillary Clinton. And I want to note for the record, guys, the Obama girl is from Pennsylvania.
Yes.
So we take a more...
But have you ever met in person, Governor? We have.
No, and I hope not to, actually.
Good answer. He's a politician.
You're safe on the home front, at least for now. Hey, let me ask you this, Governor. You're right. Let me ask you this. General Wesley Clark, who, by all accounts, wouldn't mind being Barack Obama's VP, and now there's some rumors circulating that Obama may, in fact, pick a person with military credentials. Yesterday, Wesley Clark says of John McCain, in national security terms, he's largely untested and untried. Should somebody on the Democratic side be saying that about John McCain?
No, I don't think that's a correct statement. I think what General Clark meant is, look, until you sit in that chair, until you're a general on the direct line of command, or until you've been in the White House, you're untested. But look, no one's going to question Senator McCain's credentials on national security and defense. What he's done for this country is enormous and significant, and we shouldn't be doing that. We should be focusing on the upside, and we should be focusing on judgment, because judgment is every bit as important as experience. Right. Experience is important, but so is judgment. And I think Barack Obama has shown consistently good judgment on foreign affairs, on Iraq, on issues like that. So that's the stuff we should be focusing on.
All right, listen, we're focusing, Governor, on the pictures behind you, because every time we've been taking a close-up, just turn around. I want to know, identify the dogs, tell us who the dogs are, and what are those other pictures?
Where's the Obama girl?
Oh, come, stop it.
Well, there's no Obama girl. There's a picture of me and Walter Cronkite way over to the left.
Okay.
When I was mayor.
All right.
There's a picture with me and school children walking on one of our historic streets.
All right.
There's a picture of me and my late dog Mandy, who was a great golden retriever. She was the Pearl Nesta of Harrisburg until she died last year. She would entertain everybody who came to the governor's residence. Then there's, way over to the extreme right, there's a picture of my son, who's now 28, when he was 1 year old, and he's trying to reach the basket, and if you look closely, you'll see his tongue is out like Michael Jordan.
And Governor, move your head. Tell us about those. They look like Goldens just over your shoulder.
Oh, that's actually a picture someone sent me. Those are not my dogs, but two of them look like my dogs. And the caption under the picture, you see the dogs are all wet?
Yeah.
The caption under the picture is, "No, we've been in the truck the entire time."
I've got a dog like that. All right, Ed Rendell joining us from the governor's mansion. We thank you very much for joining us live today.
Thank you, Governor. Just ahead, a live update from the scene of that deadly twister.